Today I bring to you a 40v40 on the new glitter map. In the top side of the map we got the red team, 40 red commanders here against the 40 blue commanders down here. If you guys are unfamiliar with the game Beyond All Reason, it is kind of like a Total Annihilation and Supreme Commander clone in the modern age, where you see these nodes on the ground. This is your metal. Metal allows you to build all bunch of stuff, and it is limited in terms of these things on the map. Now you can scale into that later on in the game, but in the early game you are pretty much just limited to these spots on the map. And then your secondary resource, which is energy, which in the early game you get from building these wind turbines right here. Here we can see Wet Rat and Mars Mission duking it out with their commanders, the strongest early game unit. Absolutely just one-shot that factory. The Wet Rat going in for a self-destruction, trying to get big value, but sadly he misses the tier 1 factory here. Another important thing to note is when your units die, they leave behind a bunch of metal. So this guy right here, Mars Mission, is going to get 1.2 thousand metal off this dead commander, which should accelerate his economy. He lost all his energy, so he's going to be forced to build more wind turbines, but he was able to keep his factory here, allowing him to continuously pump units. Over here we got Mars Sick building a turret, trying to take control of these metal nodes because they are so valuable. Then we have Gaggles Fluff here holding the high ground. Looks like one goblin might get past. No, the laser turret is going to shut that down. Brother Gear here trying to build a turret on the high ground. A neat little trick here to gain not only high ground vision, but to probably deny this artillery, which will be devastating once it comes online. As you can see here, the big range it has would absolutely devastate. Looks like we have another commander juking it out here in the bottom. Will Slick like Vike be able to escape? Oh, just able to escape on 246 HP, 6% health. Bro barely slips away here. Degunning his abilities, trying to hit the radar tower on the top with the degun. Can he get in range? He's sneaking on up. Oh, he does grab it, but he's able to place down his own turret here, which will deny any more building from Brother Gear. Uzi here trying to assist his brother in arms, pushing in, getting a nice degun on that tower, but this tower over here is going to deny that entry. Let's hop over to my Mars Mission, guys. Completely sucking dry the wreckage of that dead Cortex commander, accelerating his economy.
Commander destroyed.
Looks like on the right hand side the blue team lost a commander to these two red commanders. We have a artillery coming up. This will be insanely valuable, being able to shell this whole lower ground if he's able to get this up in 10 seconds. Let's check in on the backline here. The backline players are kind of your eco-maniacs, where they go full greed and they supply the team with more energy and metal, since they are able to scale into the late game. And when you hit the late game in bar, you are able to build these converters here, which convert energy into metal. Now it starts off very slow, but the exponential scaling of the economy in this game allows you to swiftly pull ahead if you are given time. Another commander goes down. He is able to pull up the agitator, and maybe he's gonna get the snipe on this other commander. Does it hit? It connects. Another one going down. Already huge value. This should just win this entire side alone. The yellow Bleep Bop gonna try and shut it down with a few Wolverines, some artillery units from the Cortex commander here. The blue team, seeing that, they are trying to repair it. Back over to the front line here. It seems like the blue team is slightly pushing in. Red team is trying to get up a hive, which is kind of like a mini long range artillery. Not as effective, but it does have 1100 range, so able to hit to the low ground. Pushing up into the high ground in bar is a very dangerous game, as shooting up is generally not very strong. This artillery unit continuously shelling off into the distance, and this other Wolverine here in a prime position to also shell below They have a nice radar here, so they are able to see all of this as dots on the map. Going down over here to the middle of the road. Blue team here is desperately trying to hold on as the red team is pushing forward with some rocket bots, the light plasma bots from the Legion, the third faction in the game. Legion has very cost efficient units in tier 1 since their metal extractors do not give the full amount. They only give 75 or 80% of the total metal, but they give some energy in return. We have the Fiddler 112 here protecting his node here with some walls, very strong. Only 8 metal, and they can block a lot of damage. Here we got some Whistlers looking to maybe strike down the orange state blue commander here, but they back off, scared of the grunts walking up. We got Bebop shelling the high ground here, trying to deny this Wolverine from shelling down.
Has died.
Another commander is falling. Got some air coming out. Got some ticks on the ground as well, giving some vision. Maybe looking for a quick run by to get some big damage. August the Canyon sweeping in here and be sucking up all this metal, 760 metal on the ground, which would be very nice to grab. Another agitator, a artillery is looking to come down. The red team up here has no artillery yet, but he looks like he is trying to make one. It's almost complete, but he probably is stalled for metal since he doesn't have access to very much economy. The blue team here going to be coming in clutch, holding the line still as no ground has been gained. Trench warfare here. Everyone is basically hasn't gained any ground except for this side. I would say this agitator here has cleared a bunch of this depth away. Denying this 3.2 metal node is pretty big in my opinion, along with this 1.8 is nice. We go on to the backline economy here. We got blue and the cyan blue here going up for his first Aphis. This produced 3000 energy, triple a fusion reactor. Once he gets this up and running, the economy will skyrocket. You can see the economy in the top right hand corner, where right now the metal a second is about 10% in favor of the blue team. Total metal produced is 5% and the energy is 20% in favor of blue. So right now blue has a slight lead in the economy, but that is definitely can swing at any moment due to a quick run by or a bombing run. More walls are coming up here to protect the Legion turrets. Kind of a neat little setup here, along with the overcharged metal extractor, the Legion's special metal extractor, which allows them to produce double metal from the node, so allowing for a better tier 1 economy, since I guess he does not feel like there's any chance of hitting tier 2. The commander situation is 36 versus 35. Let's have a look at the red side backline here. We have tier 2 coming up, a fusion reactor, no Aphis from these guys yet, going into air. This looks like steady economy. That is a tier 2 bot lab as well, so it looks like the backline is starting to tech up the tier 2, and the red team's first Aphis seems to be on the way. The arty here still shelling down. Looks like they were managed to clear out one. Desperately trying to get up some short range jamming turrets to prevent the arty from auto shooting. It won't shoot if there's no beeps on the map. You have to generally micro it. Here we have a cloak metal detector coming in from Orange State. Hopefully they do not notice it, but you can still blind fire and hit this. So if they saw this coming up, it wouldn't be much good. Still tier 1 battling. The commander is ranking up a lot. Mars mission here got a very strong commander. Big Gatling tanks coming in here. He has a shield on, not taking any damage. Gets a nice D gun there. And we'll look for the retreat. We have Slick Like Vic coming in for another D gun there. Gets some good damage in. Will he lose it? 24%. Oh, no other backup here. He's pushing down with some ballistics. Getting some nice damage. Gonna be retreating up the hill. We have Widgeon looking to also promote his commander. Okay, your commander leveled up is pretty nice. Gives it a bunch more HP, as you can see down here. Health increases its reload, so its DPS goes up. and it's definitely the strongest tier 1 unit. The red team here are going to be looking to get some ground down here as well, pushing Brother Gear off his metal extractor. His team is nowhere to be found. August the Canyon not looking to help him. Gaggle's coming down here to de-gun his way in. Brother Gear that does have a shield. He could have maybe looked to try and take out the Fluff Commander, but he decides to retreat. Homer 1315 coming up here with a radar tower, looking to assist his brother in arms. Blue team still holding the front line just fine. As we can see now over here on the right, blue team gets a huge advantage by taking control of this and putting down a metal extractor. Got some big artilleries shelling away. This man has forgotten about his commander. It's just taking free damage. Is he gonna let it fall? Hans is pushing up with his commander here, looking to maybe get a D-gun on the tier 1 factory. Nothing to contend with this. There is nothing to stop this. He could even look to go deeper if he's feeling frisky. La has just completely forgotten about his commander. It looks like he's gonna let it die. Hans here getting swarmed. There goes the commander of La. Hans getting big promotion value here. Still nothing to stop him. Big AoE. Now looks like the left side of red team is forced to respond. They cannot let this guy get in and do some D-gun damage. Is he going to be able to get out? Bebop is on the way with Night Fury. He is tanking 2 commanders, looking to go in for the self-D and blows himself up and gets destroyed. Not denying the record, but doing some nice AoE damage. Over here on the left side, looks like just a complete stalemate. Red able to get some ground done, but not able to claim these metal extractors, but denying them from the enemy is very nice. If we look up at the resources, they are pretty much dead even. So the red team did end up catching up in energy, looking for a little bit of a run by right there, but to no avail, getting no damage done. The anti-nukes are now starting to come up. That's what this yellow circle means. We got 1 Aphis already done for the light blue commander. Was the second one on the way. How about we got some Aphis coming up for the other players as well. No one else seems to have an Aphis on the blue team. It looks like they are shortly on the way. We got Dormant DVS sitting there chilling, microing his little ballistas.
Commander has died.
The Decurions are pushing up along with the Widgeon commander. But Mar Mission and Marsik are not having any of it, gonna look to push him back. Some dive bombers going in, looking to get the kill. Down to 10%. Purple Pink sees it as an opportunity. 10%. Oh, 8%. Is there any more follow-up? No. The Decurions walk up here and just get absolutely annihilated by the D-guns. Becoming delicious feed. Ooh, the shelling artillery from the back here. We got the Tremor. Thing has 1500 range. Basically a mobile artillery unit. We're looking to get some big damage here. And then we have Evis 201 building his own artillery up on this hill and looking to shelling down. On the right hand side here, blue is still able to hold this while the red team is trying to push up. Got the Overwatch here overlooking the surveying land and preventing any red army from pushing through. The Barbie commander, Pink, a very fitting name for the color. Look like Vic, low on HP, kiting back. Looks like they're just trying to farm commander XP. August the Canyon getting shelled, but he seems to be fine as well. Turn to the back line here. We got big economy scaling. Second Aphis is online. This is where the economy really starts to kick in. This blue commander is going to be making tons of energy, which allows him to make a ton of metal into his energy converters here. We got Megatron sitting in the back here. Looks like he's just vibing, maybe microing some units on the front line. Grizzly here also trying to hit his eco. This guy is trying to make some nukes. We got some nukes on the way, looking for some cheeky gameplay. The pink commander seems like he's on the wrong team here. Getting his first Aphis up and running. But so far the line in the middle has just been chilling. Nothing has really happened. Uzi looking to gun him down with his Gatling gun. We got a little Uzi on his commander, shredding through the ballistics. We have some negotiators here negotiating by shelling the cloak fusion reactor here. This is getting denied though by the mountain. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but that is a godsend, saving his fusion reactor. Oh, one ends up connecting, looking to angle it. We might get some damage there. We got the hoplite, or the little meatball, coming out here, getting some big damage across. And looks like we have a starlight coming in, some tier 2 units also rolling in from the blue team. Mars Mission got his own tier 2 up. Scamdemic is walking up as well. They lost one of their nodes. They end up getting the fusion reactor right here. Very sad for the blue team. But blue team's been able to snag this location. This is prime real estate. Getting some extra metal and denying the metal. So it's basically like 2 times the metal, because you're not only getting it, you're denying it from the enemy. So it's big value. Wraith here maybe looking to walk up and get a cheeky D-gun. Looking like he's going to back up. Do they have radar? Their closest radar is here, so they do have some vision of this. They don't have any tier 2 radar yet. The game is now approaching the middle. We're now approaching the mid game here, 18 minutes in. Right now no team has a drastic advantage in terms of ground, but in terms of the economy, the blue team is starting to pull away with 44% energy advantage and metal advantage here as well. 32 to 35 commanders, so basically doesn't matter. So many commanders on the field. We got some negotiators along with the Medusa. Has an insane amount of burst here and good range, 950 with a burst of 3k, one-shotting a lot of tier 2 units. Great for some quick trades. The red guy up here looking to maybe build some more artillery. Looks like it's been destroyed. Eva's trying to get another one online. We go over to the right side here. We got some more shelling artillery. It's just an artillery battle. Kind of just making this a no man's land. We got a nuke getting destroyed in the sky. Oh, we got an aerial attack looking for a bombardment on Barbie Commander. Does it connect? No, only 60%. That did absolutely piss damage. Combi Uzi looking to maybe move up with their commanders here. The wreckage. One of the fallen red brethren here. Will purple decide to revive it? No, he's sucking the corpse dry, taking the metal for himself. That's the teammate we need on our team. We have a mammoth, one of the strongest tier 2 units in the game. Slow, but attacks a wallop, and is very chunky for a tier 2 unit, kind of like a tier 2.5. A tremor in the mobile artillery looking to walk up. We zoom out to the map here. We got some nice air. The air walls are coming up. Scared of the bombing run. One bombing run can always end the game. You always got to make sure you have a good fighter wall going. As we zoom in here, got a little ball of ticks looking to get that flanking damage. Flanking damage increases depending on the severity of the flank, allowing your units to deal more damage to that specific target. Mars Mission here got a insanely high rank commander here, triple stars. This thing has an additional 100% HP, so it's just double the HP of a normal commander. 35% faster DPS. This thing is a menace. He lost his tier 2 lab. Looks like he's going to end up reclaiming it. We got the walls on the left hand side here, preventing any push from the red team. Red team just feeding his units away. Maybe looking to get some cheeky damage or get the metal extractor. The wall of defenses here are just too much to bear. The artillery is in range. So they'd like to shell this down and just play for the long haul. But the Belcher here, a mobile napalm unit. Leaves fire on the ground that does damage over time. Getting some nice AoE damage here. I don't believe that will be enough to take down the middle extractor. And it's good poke damage. The no man's land across the middle still. From the artillery in the tier 2. Nothing can survive over here. Our mission looking to push up with his commander once again. He's kind of the main character. He's looking to go in for some big damage. Maybe a D-gun or try and get a commander trade. Commander is way stronger than Slick Like Vic. He's getting him low, 10%. Will he go for the kill? Oh no, he's respecting it. He still gets it. One shot in the commander. Mars Mission, an absolute menace in this game, destroying multiple commanders. Look, he sees Widgeon. He's going for another one. Does he want the double kill? Some air coming in. Looking a little scary. But Scandemic with the commander in the back, supporting Mars mission. More air coming in, looking to get a dive bomb on Brother Gear. Looks like he's recovered quite nicely from losing his base at the start. Artillery is starting to really come up here, looking to shell down and create a lot of pressure. But the shields on the commanders are coming in absolutely clutch. We have no tier 3 yet on the battlefield. The backline is just choosing to scale rather than to help with tier 3. Getting some nice ground, regaining this ground. Getting some extra metal here. Wraith 303 looking to walk up with his commander once again. Getting a nice snipe there, trying to rank up his. They need spam. They're calling for the spam to get through. Orange State in a cheeky position here, hugging the mountain to avoid any long-range attacks. Maybe look to get a Cloak D gun. Oh no, he's going to put up some perimeter cameras here to get some nice vision. Spamming a bunch to make sure one survives. The air coming in from blue. This could be a massive bombing run. What does he get? Is anything coming in? And he sees the fusion reactor. Can he get it? Oh no, he's going for the commander instead. He doesn't get it. One more bomb. He does. Not a big change reaction. Definitely doing some damage, but not game-ending damage. Kind of like a mild inconvenience for the red player. Definitely slowing down my fluff boy right here, but he should be fine. This is the quad guard tower. That looks insane. Insanely funny to me. The Medusa looking to poke and get some nice damage across the board here. The shelling of artillery. The fighter wall on red is very thin, along with the blue. Very small fighter wall. Everything is nice and spread out by the orange commander, making sure that no air attack will cost him his whole economy. Mars mission though, walking up, got that golden star. The Prometheus, basically the heavy assault tank for the Legion tier 2, is no match for Mars mission commander. This thing is basically a tier 3 unit on its own, just absolutely destroying anything that comes into contact with it. Once again, artillery just making sure no one can gain too many ground. Let's have a check in on our backline. Lots of aphises coming up, and the big boy epic energy converters coming in. The backline here looking so... I love the base building, man, in this game. It looks so cool to me. But this blue guy, he's getting a lot of aphises up. Definitely the leading energy player right here, I'm pretty sure, for the blue team. Got a lot of economy going up. The winds on the backline are also looking nice. No big range artillery. This guy is building the big boy. The epic fusion reactor just comes online. That's 30,000 energy. This guy might be now leading in the game in terms of energy for not only his team, but for both sides of the map. Green player getting some fusion reactors up as well. Roth the Madman looking to get his fusion up. Getting a bunch of production. Purple getting some fusions up as well. So not as many scalers on the red team, but this guy definitely has a lot. Miss Rosie over here. The walls are coming up. The Great Wall of Bar, stopping any spam from slipping through. Looks like they also have some arquebus, some long-range sniper bots, basically 848 range with 125 DPS, but it has a 750 burst. So when you get a lot of these, they can one-shot some nice tier 2 and perhaps even some low tier 3 units. No tier 3 still on the board. Got a Bastion coming up. The tier 2 big dick defensive, gonna completely shutting down any units crossing into this area. Does a lot of damage. Uzi pushing out with his commander, getting massive value. Fluff here not able to answer back, going down to 30%. They just don't have the units here to try and kill him. Blue team going for another bombing run. He wants to get these aphises. Can he get them? The AA though, shredding it completely out of the sky. Nothing, no damage. He does end up getting it. Ooh, not enough AA. Red did not react to the fighter wall. Looking to get more bombing runs. Trying to get a commander here. Can he get it down to 49%? The commander's not walking up. Fluff here holding the line with his commander. This is massive damage, swinging the economy more further into the blue side. Now 35% energy with 35% metal. About metal produced is 20% now in favor of blue team. This is starting to become a significant lead in terms of the economy. A pulsar coming up, absolute insane for area denial, long range, big damage, shutting down any big unit. Basically you got to take it out with spam or outranging it. We have more artillery coming over here on the left hand side. The flying black Hydra, 25,000 metal. The tier 3 is finally out. This will be shelling away. He's nuking one AA battery. That thing is leveled all the way up. Get more damage. Oh, fighters coming in looking for a bombing run, but gets absolutely melted out of the sky by Widgeon's commander here, shredding him. The Bastion looking to come out for the Fluff commander, trying to get some more defense down. He knows his job is to hold the line. It's not to get the economy. He is just there to prevent the blue team from pushing forward. The Black Hydra is looking to push up. There is not much anti-air. The fighter swarm has not been commanded to move yet. On the right hand side here, red is fighting back, denying more of these metal nodes. The no man's land is growing in size, where nothing has been able to be pushed across. We've got some Tyrannuses, basically tier 3 air for the Legion here, getting some nice damage. The lines of defenses are still going up. We got the flying black Hydra going in. The Sheldons shelling up the hill. Big air in the sky. Multiple defenses have been queued. Fluff is getting low. On the right hand side here, just shelling of artillery. Endless pressure. Big walls coming up. Sirius is hiding behind them, scared, but using his tremor here as good cover and to shell off into the distance. We have the pawn launcher coming up as well, sending pawns into oblivion here. Does it even get any value? No, just insta-dies. We have the Calamity coming up now for the red hand team. For the red team here, is there any shields for the blue team? There are definitely a lot, but you can bounce it definitely to the backline here and get some major value. The backline will definitely have to look to build up their shields, or that could become a problem later in the game if this Calamity comes up and gets some good bounces. Blue team here, just once again pulling the no man's land. Tombi Mars mission here, the main character of our story here, shredding through the tier 3 marauders like they're absolute butter. His commander is basically a walking tier 4 unit. Let's be honest, this guy is just shredding everything. Walking in, devastation is all that follows, doing a bunch of damage. We zoom out to the map. The map is looking mighty pretty.
Commander has died.
A commander just went down. A blue commander following Mars mission here. Got his shield up though, so he should be fine. Uzi right behind him, looking to maybe get some backup. Construction turret comes up and immediately gets obliterated. We got a nice ball of negotiators here forming for some long range poke. On top of the hill we have Fluff here looking to build, just hold the line, doing his job, preventing blue from pushing up any further. Brother Gears here looking to gain some ground, able to get an advanced metal extractor that just gets obliterated shortly after. We have blue looking to follow up with some air here on the right hand side. Some Titans now coming out for the red team, but they are scared of the big Dick D gun from this blue commander. Some dive bombers going in, maybe getting some value. No, the Titans are going to be walking back, get some repair on those bad boys and send them back in. Two black Hydras now are forming up. The black Hydra ball is being created. Mars mission here just poking ahead with his commander, doing his best. The negotiators firing. What are they firing at? At these poor pulsars, looking to get the Bastion here, shutting down the defenses on top of this hill. But they are not liking that. The red team here is going to be pushing in with a few tier 1 units looking to kill these negotiators. They're very squishy. They're basically a glass cannon, getting half the ball. More are continuously falling. If we go to the back here, 7,000 units on the field, 4 nukes being launched into the sky. Will they get any value? Let's find out. I don't see it. Here they go, all getting intercepted. Nope. So far, no nukes have connected on either side. Blue building lots of APHIS. Let's zoom in on our light blue guy. He's got a bunch of economy in the back here. Same with the purple commander as well. He seems to be the second leading energy. And then we have these other two blue commanders with a bunch of APHISes. Bunch of destruction, the wall lines, the titans. Just absolute, it just looks, this is the line, the no man's land, the dead carcasses of the fallen robots. A bunch of Razorbacks coming in. We got Mars mission here. Let's zoom in on Mars. See what we got. Some big damage here. Not afraid to shredding through these guys. Nuclear guy though, not having it. Looking to maybe trade commanders with Mars mission. Walking up. It seems to be a big mistake. He's forced to fall back, dropping HP rapidly. This could be a dead commander. Mars mission sees an opportunity here. Looking to get some big damage in, but the Razorbacks here will be pushing him back. Uzi here trying to support him, but each team lives with their commander. Got big AoE coming in. Big damage. Fluff here. The Epic Tyrannus, 56,000 metal. Pretty much a tier 4 unit. Shelling the red base here, doing devastating damage, but the shields right now are holding, allowing them to survive for a little bit longer. Maybe they'll be able to swoop in with some air in the back. More nukes are being shot out of the sky. A little ball of Titan has formed. Blue team is going to be looking to push forward as well. Doing some big damage. The Black Hydras looking to gather on the right hand side of the map here, looking to get some more damage in. The red team though has some nice anti-air. The Epic Tyrannus here just sitting on top of the hill, being an absolute menace to the red team here, preventing anyone from pushing up. The economy now has drastically favored into the blue team here. 60% metal, 60% energy. The blue team has an absolute snowball lead on top of the economy here. The absolute line of construction turrets, the APHIS, the late blue player here trying to get his epic fusion reactor, which results in 30,000 energy, along with the epic converters, further pushing the economy up. Absolute destruction across the board. The battle rages on. The epic tumbleweed, a nuclear bomb rolling towards. Money though has the commander in, looking to intercept it. The grunts are rallied across the battlefield, being absolutely sacrificed. The Zars are coming up for some more AoE damage. Uzi here looking to push on top of the hill. He's going to stop right here, shredding it down. Maybe going to look to grab the wreckage here. Another Epic Tyrannus joins the fray here. Can I get a res? I don't think that is happening anytime soon with the Epic Tyrannus pulling in. The Fighter Scream is protecting it. We got 4 pawn launches launching units into the backline. They're getting any value. Ooh, they do end up getting some fusion reactors here. That is some very good value across the board. Tier 3 looking to come up for the Legion Commander as well. A bunch of units here. The Flying Epoch is coming out. The Flying Warships are flying across the map. The Epic Arquebus are coming out as well. Big damage, a burst of 6k, doing insane damage, allowing them to sit on top of this hill, firing down on the Panzer Commander here. The red team is looking to hold though. The no man's land is just growing in size. Tier 2 units are being spammed out into the front line. This fusion reactor is somehow surviving. It's a decoy. It fooled me. A Ragnarok looks like to be on the way. How's that Calamity doing? It looks like it did get destroyed. No big artillery here coming up for the red team. We got some catapults shelling Uzi and Marsik sitting here. A nuke ends up landing, getting some big destruction. The red team is looking to fall. They're being pushed back. 80% economy advantage now for the blue team. They're absolutely snowballing ahead. The red team will need a miracle to come back in this. As the game progresses, the Calamity is shelling into the backline. Is that going to ricochet anywhere? It's ricocheting way to the back here, as you can see. It's basically playing ping pong, bouncing off this shield and ricocheting all the way into the backline. Is there anything that's not shielded in here that could get destroyed? Looks like most of the stuff is shielded, but you never know. One stray hit can always change the game. Like Calamity, I feel like it's their last hope, the last bastion of hope for the red team. Or maybe they need a stray nuke, so they don't seem to have very much air presence on the map right now. Blue team is pushing up here, getting some good. They have taken the high ground. Huge positional advantage. Where's my Mars mission? The main character is AFK in his base. Widgeon here pushing out with his tier 1 units, getting some good damage in. Another nuke is fired, blowing all of that poor tier 1. Getting absolutely annihilated. Nuclear guy here getting some damage. Looking to get a commander trade on the frontier on the blue team. The warships are firing, but the warships on the blue team are stopping the red team from pushing forward. But the red team does not seem to care here, pushing further and further in. The map is just absolutely beautiful looking with everything on the screen. Big bombing run here. Like, no, it's constructors coming in to look for some repair. Oh no, they're building a shield generator. No Man's Land is continuing to grow. The Epic Pulsar has come up, denying a huge area denial. Red team's air warships did not get anything done. Calamity firing. Where is the Calamity firing? Is there any value? Bouncing, ricocheting, nothing so far. The blue team has their own Ragnarok here, firing into the backline. Not getting any good ricochets though. The Pulsar here getting big value. Megatron here getting shot by both Pulsars here, but an absolute tank here, a freak of nature, stopping at nothing. This Pulsar is gonna die. He's tanking it for basically free here, barely taking any damage, just negating his shield. Mars mission is up on the front. A bastion has been set up for the blue team, further cementing their position on top of this hill. Mars mission here looking to push up as well. The red team is calling in a resign vote, with the blue team not only pulling away on top of the map, but their economy as well is just skyrocketing. Looks like a stray bullet is hit here, end up blowing some of blue's economy. Mars mission here pushing up once again. Got the Tyrannus walking up, getting some big damage on Mars. Got the Titans falling to some epic mosquitoes here. The Bastion, the last line of defense here for the blue team. If they get this, they might be able to retake the hill. They end up getting it, and they're just going to fall back. Lots of wreckage here on the ground. 40,000 metal right there. That has to be reclaimed. Money costs. They're going to push up with his commander. Everyone's using their commander right now. Very tanky, does a bunch of damage. Definitely seems to be like the most valuable unit when you get that thing ranked all the way up. Orange team here getting a huge amount of fighters. We are strategic bombers. He might be looking for a bombing run. This man has a epic Stormbringer. We might be seeing a comeback play potential from the red team, looking to get a huge bombing run. But that's, I feel like, the only way they're going to be able to come back into this game. They just don't have very much. More air being fired into the front line. Lots of shields covering all angles. Oh my god, big explosion there from the blue team. Absolutely decimating red. It's looking like it's going to be GG here. Red team needs to get some backline damage or the game will be over. They have a Calamity, but the Calamity is not firing into the backline. It's only firing into the front line. They don't have any damage, and another explosion goes off here, further destroying red team's power.
Destroyed.
Blue team here seems to have no problem. Pink, oh my god, a massive explosion into the backline from the blue team. I don't even know what that was. That completely, now red team, as you can see here on the right hand side, red team has now taken the lead in the economy. That basically blew up almost every blue commander's base in the backline. Only the light blue commander here has eco now. That napalm thing can go through shields. I thought it was gonna be the bombing run comeback, but indeed it was just a straight napalm shot. Absolutely obliterating the backline. Blue team desperately trying to get up their metal extractors and get back in. That gave red a lot of time now, since the orange commander over here has such an economy with 3 giga fusion reactors here coming in alone at 100k. But there's just so much destruction. Blue team and red team's base look almost like inverted, where their front line is completely fine for the blue team, but the red team has all their backline, and at this stage in the game, the backline is much more important than the front line. Megatron here with the commander walking up. Mars mission still alive. Money cost here. Commanders are just seem to be shelling each other endlessly here. Blue team knows that they're down in economy, or maybe they think it's about the same. More Hydras are coming up. Blue team already a shield coming up here for Neef. The pot also looking to rebuild in the backline, but they are getting shelled absolutely by the artillery. They're not letting this momentum slip. The red team smells blood in the water, and they are looking to capitalize on the opportunity they have been given. The Titans are also walking up if they get through here, but they are some behemoths on the ground here. These things do insane amount of damage. They do like 10,000 damage a shot. Just one-shotting that Titan, absolutely obliterating it, shutting down any push. Titans are completely overpowered. I mean, behemoths, oh my god, the bombing run coming in, but getting absolutely melted into Swiss cheese here from all this anti-air. They barely get any value. That is a good thing though for the blue team, shutting down that air. AA is just so strong, but the red team economy is just starting to catch up to the blue team. The anti-air though coming in clutch. Mars mission here looking to get some value with his commander. The Black Hydra fleet on the left hand side looking to push up for some big value. Oh my god, humongous nuke. That must have been a stray shot from the Calamity. Yep, the Calamity here getting some stray shots into the backline, exploding it all. Now the blue team is basically even. It's anyone's game now. The deflection off the shield is absolutely insane. We have a Starlight coming in. Does this get any good value? This could also turn the favor into the blue team. Where does this land? Right here. Is it getting an explosion? It might explode this fusion. Oh, no. These are all okay. If it gets one more shot off, though, it could be the end of these fusion reactors, which would once again cripple Blue's economy. Another shot coming in. Is it going to get anything against the commander? Is it enough? No. If it keeps shelling there, we'll eventually get it. The red team here pushing forward with more fighters. He sees the low fusion reactors. He could be going for a huge bombing run here. He ends up getting it, and it expands into the top side. It's just a roller coaster here between who has the economy lead. No AA down the center, and he finds an opportunity, continuously crippling the blue economy. The Starlight shelling in, ricocheting like crazy into the blue units. The behemoths are walking forward here. Here we go. We got some more Starlight pressure coming in, looking to get a one Ragnarok. That's down. If it gets the pawn launchers, that is big value, further cementing the pressure from the blue team. Mars mission here getting pushed. Widgeon looking to get maybe a destruction. No, Mars mission takes him out with his commander. This thing has 278 kills. And it has to be the... Is that the unit that has the most kills in the entire game? That's insane. We have big damage coming in. This is not looking good though. They are losing the artillery support on the front line. The Calamity though may still find a stray bullet that allows Blue Team to get back in here. But the red team does have the advantage. Blues are looking up. They're going to get a big push on the left hand side. There are some Titans here to intercept. Behemoths are walking up, but that can get very easily degunned. Megatron might see the degun angle. He's walking towards it. He is not going to degun it. Oh no, Megatron's on the blue team. That would be a good thing, degunning your own unit. Oh my, big explosion here. Must have been from the Starlight getting some value, or these commanders sneaking in. A big bomb run coming through. This could be game ending. Well, with value, they're going to get huge bombs being dropped. That fusion will go down. Is it enough to start a big chain reaction? No, but that fusion reactor goes down further it. Getting big value. Oh, and the crash down from the bombers there. Getting even more damage. Red team is pulling away now with their advantage.
Destroyed.
The Black Hydras are coming in. Blue team has now called the resign vote. The bombers from the Orange Commander getting another huge connection, blowing up Blue's entire base. That might be the nail in the coffin. With now almost double, with over double the metal income, almost double the energy income, with only light blue as the last bastion of hope. The red commanders are pushing in. Mars mission still alive. Zebra, Mikiv are still alive. Looking to stop these commanders, but those rank up commanders are just so strong. There's just nothing but destruction and despair. A few ships trying to push on the left hand side, but they're going to get intercepted by the red fighters here and look to get shut down. But these poor tier 1 units on the bottom of the map, just absolute cannon fodder. They have some nice backup though with the flying back Hydra, so maybe they can get some value. Starlight's coming in, explosions left and right, commanders are dropping like flies. Total destruction. Another bombing run coming in from the Orange Commander. If he gets to light blue, that will be game. Does he see light blue? Not yet. Oh, they ended up forfeiting the game. Red team within an absolute insane comeback. And the map going barren. What an absolute battle. Metal produced still in favor, along with energy produced still in favor of the blue team, even at the end of the game. Metal used that Orange Commander was just, he was giga-rich. Bros was Jeff Bezos. Energy also leading in energy and metal, so the Orange Commander there being the strongest economy player in the game. Units killed, looks like it was the white, one of the white-blue commanders along with the green. I wonder if that might be a red commander. Damage dealt going to be in favor of the pink commander. Statistics we have, that is impossible to read. Good luck. Well, I hope you guys did enjoy. I would greatly appreciate it if you liked that video and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for coming out, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day.